Welcome to Norway, land of the midnight sun and spectacular fjords. This Nordic gem offers some of the world's most breathtaking landscapes, from dramatic coastlines to snow-capped mountains that plunge into crystal-clear waters. Join me as we explore 20 incredible Norwegian destinations where ancient Viking heritage meets modern Scandinavian design. Whether you're chasing the northern lights, hiking epic trails, or exploring charming coastal villages, Norway promises unforgettable adventures in every season. Ready to discover Europe's most awe-inspiring natural wonderland? Let's go! Oslo, Norway's vibrant capital, is such a cool mix of old and new. One minute you're strolling through the stunning opera house with its marble roof you can actually walk on, and the next you're wandering through Vigeland Park surrounded by hundreds of fascinating sculptures. The food scene here is incredible. You've got to try the fresh seafood. Don't miss the Viking Ship Museum or the Royal Palace. What I love most about Oslo is how it's surrounded by forests and fjords, so you can literally take the metro straight to hiking trails or beaches. It's this perfect blend of urban culture and natural beauty that makes Oslo special. And the locals, super friendly and most speak perfect English, so getting around is a breeze. Bergen is just picture perfect. This charming coastal city will steal your heart with its colorful wooden houses along Bergen Wharf. It's a UNESCO site and basically Instagram heaven. Rain is pretty common here. Locals joke they're born with umbrellas. But it just adds to the cozy atmosphere. The fish market is a must-visit where you can sample fresh seafood while chatting with local fishermen. Hop on the Flåm funicular for stunning views over the city and surrounding mountains. What makes Bergen special is how it feels like a small town despite being Norway's second-largest city. The 7 mountains surrounding it create this magical backdrop, and there's always some concert or cultural festival happening. Trust me, you'll want to stay longer than planned. Everyone does. Trondheim, Norway's ancient Viking capital and such a hidden gem. This colorful riverside city has this wonderful laid-back college town vibe thanks to its large student population. The stunning Nidaros Cathedral is absolutely jaw-dropping. It's been drawing pilgrims for almost 1,000 years. Take a stroll across the Old Town Bridge for picture-perfect views of the colorful waterfront warehouses reflected in the river. What I love about Trondheim is how walkable it is. You can explore most highlights in a single day, though you'll definitely want to stay longer. The food scene is amazing with locally sourced ingredients, and the coffee culture is serious business here. Don't miss Backlandet, this charming neighborhood with narrow cobblestone streets and wooden houses that feels like stepping back in time. The locals are super proud of their city's history, but also incredibly forward-thinking. Stavanger, Norway's oil capital with serious small-town charm. This place has the perfect mix of white wooden houses, cobblestone streets, and a harbor filled with sleek yachts. The street art scene here is incredible, massive murals everywhere. Stavanger's Old Town has some of the best preserved wooden buildings in all of Europe, and wandering through these narrow streets feels like stepping into a fairy tale. Foodies, you're in for a treat at the food hall in the harbor, but the real star attraction, Pulpit Rock. This massive cliff platform hovering 604 meters above Lysebotn is just a short trip from town and offers the most epic views you'll ever see. The hike up takes about 2 hours each way and is totally worth it. Don't worry about the weather. Locals say there's no bad weather, just bad clothing choices. Ålesund, possibly Norway's most unique-looking city and my personal favorite. After a devastating fire in 1904, the entire town was rebuilt in this gorgeous Art Nouveau style, making it feel like you're walking through an architectural fairy tale. The colors here are amazing. Turquoise waters, pastel buildings, and mountain backdrops. You absolutely must climb the 418 steps to Axla Viewpoint. Trust me, that panoramic view of the islands, mountains, and fjords is worth every step. What makes Ålesund special is its location spread across multiple islands connected by bridges. The seafood here is incredibly fresh. Try the bacalao. It's a local specialty. I love how the town sits right at the entrance to the famous Geiranger fjord region. The locals are super outdoorsy, and you'll see people kayaking, fishing, or hiking regardless of the weather. It's the perfect base for exploring some of Norway's most spectacular scenery. Tromsø, the Paris of the North and gateway to the Arctic. This vibrant university city sits 350 kilometers above the Arctic Circle, but feels surprisingly cosmopolitan. During winter, this is Northern Lights Central. Watching those green and purple lights dance across the sky is genuinely life-changing. Come summer, the midnight sun means 24-hour daylight and endless opportunities for hiking, kayaking, and whale watching. The Arctic Cathedral with its massive stained glass window is stunning, and the Polar Museum tells fascinating stories of Arctic explorers. What I love most about Tromsø is the contrasts. One minute you're sipping craft beer in a trendy bar, the next you're dog sledding across pristine wilderness. The locals are incredibly hearty but also super welcoming. Don't miss the world's northernmost brewery or taking the cable car up for mind-blowing views of the surrounding islands and mountains. Kristiansand, Norway's summer paradise and playground. This sunny southern city has Norway's most beautiful beaches with surprisingly warm swimming. Yes, actually warm by Norwegian standards. The charming Påsbyen quarter has hundreds of white wooden houses that will make you feel like you've stepped into a postcard. Families, you're in luck. Dyreparken is Norway's most popular amusement park and zoo combined. What makes Kristiansand special is its laid-back holiday vibe. Even Norwegians vacation here. The fish market at the harbor serves up the freshest shrimp sandwiches you'll ever taste. I love strolling through Ravnedalen Nature Park with its beautiful lake and summer concerts. The locals are so friendly and relaxed compared to bigger cities. Don't miss exploring the islands just offshore by ferry. They're perfect for a day trip with picnic spots and swimming holes everywhere. Flåm, possibly the most dramatically situated village in the world. This tiny spot at the end of Ålesund is surrounded by steep mountains, thundering waterfalls, and emerald green waters. The Flåm Railway is the real star. It's one of the world's steepest standard-gauge railway lines, climbing 866 meters through tunnels, past waterfalls, and offering jaw-dropping views at every turn. It's a 20-kilometer ride that will leave you speechless. What I love about Flåm is how it's managed to keep its charm despite being popular. The local craft beer at Ægir Brewery comes with Viking vibes in their wooden pub. Don't miss taking a fjord safari on a RIB boat. Zooming past waterfalls while spotting seals and eagles is unforgettable. The hiking here is incredible, with trails for all levels. Even though it's small, you'll want to stay overnight to experience the magic when all the day trippers have left. Voss, Norway's adrenaline capital. This place is extreme sports heaven. Skydiving, whitewater rafting, paragliding, you name it. The landscape is absolutely stunning, nestled between mountains and lakes with views that never quit. Voss is also home to one of Norway's most beautiful wooden churches from the 13th century. What makes this place special is the perfect balance between heart-pounding adventure and peaceful nature. The Voss gondola gives you spectacular panoramic views without breaking a sweat. I love how authentic the town feels. It hasn't lost its soul to tourism. The locals are super athletic but also incredibly friendly and always happy to share tips about the best spots. Don't miss trying the local sheep's head, smalahove, if you're brave enough. Even if extreme sports aren't your thing, the hiking trails and kayaking on Lake Vangsvatnet are perfect for enjoying this beautiful landscape at a gentler pace. Alta, the city of northern lights and ancient rock carvings. This place in Norway's far north is where the Sami, Norwegian, and Kven cultures blend together. The Northern Lights Cathedral looks like something from another planet with its titanium exterior that changes color with the light. Alta's UNESCO-listed rock carvings are 7,000 years old and give you a fascinating peek into prehistoric life. What makes Alta special is its location in a protected fjord, giving it a surprisingly mild climate despite being so far north. The annual dog sledding race Finnmark's Pulpit is the world's northernmost and Europe's longest. I love how the Sami culture is so alive here. You can visit lavvu tents and learn about reindeer herding. The locals are hardy folks who embrace the extremes of 24-hour darkness in winter and midnight sun in summer. Don't miss the chance to go dog sledding or snowmobiling across the vast Finnmark Plateau. It's an experience you'll never forget. Rjukan, one of Norway's most fascinating industrial towns, tucked between steep mountains in a narrow valley. This place is so deep in the valley that for 6 months of the year, the sun never reaches the town, until they installed giant mirrors on the mountainside to reflect sunlight down. How cool is that? Rjukan is a UNESCO World Heritage Site thanks to its hydroelectric plant that produced heavy water during WW2. The sabotage mission to prevent Nazis from developing atomic bombs happened right here. It's like walking through the pages of history. What makes Rjukan special is the contrast between industrial heritage and spectacular nature. The Gaustatoppen mountain looming above town offers Norway's best view. They say you can see 1/6 of Norway from the top on a clear day. I love the Krossobanen cable car that takes you up for spectacular views. Don't miss ice climbing in winter. Rjukan is one of Europe's best ice climbing destinations with over 190 frozen waterfalls. Røros, one of Norway's most well-preserved wooden towns and straight out of a fairy tale. This former mining town is a UNESCO site where time seems to have stopped 300 years ago. The colorful wooden houses with their distinctive architecture look especially magical under a blanket of snow. The massive church dominates the skyline. It's known as the Cathedral of the Highlands. What makes Røros special is how alive the traditional crafts still are. You'll find coppersmiths, potters, and textile artists working just like they did centuries ago. The food scene here is amazing, focusing on local ingredients like reindeer, cloudberries, and cheese from nearby farms. I love wandering through the narrow streets, poking into workshops and galleries. The locals are incredibly proud of their heritage and happy to share stories. Don't miss the Christmas market in December, with horse-drawn sleighs, bonfires, and traditional food. It's like stepping into a Dickens novel but with better heating. Oppdal, one of Norway's best mountain sports destinations that somehow stays under the tourist radar. This place is a paradise for outdoor lovers in every season. The ski resort has over 50 kilometers of slopes catering to all levels, and the off-piste opportunities are endless for the more adventurous. In summer, the hiking and mountain biking are world-class. The landscape transforms completely with wildflowers and rushing streams. What makes Oppdal special is how it balances being a proper mountain sports center while maintaining its authentic farming community vibe. The local food scene is surprisingly good, with farm-to-table restaurants serving mountain trout and local lamb. I love how close you are to Dovrefjell National Park, where you can spot the prehistoric-looking musk oxen. The locals are super outdoorsy and will happily point you toward their favorite trails. Don't miss trying traditional Norwegian brown cheese, brunost, at one of the mountain cafes. It's sweet, caramel-like, and totally unique. Longyearbyen, the northernmost actual town in the world. Located on Svalbard, this colorful Arctic community sits at 78 degrees north. That's seriously far up. The landscape around town looks like another planet with glaciers, mountains, and no trees whatsoever. Polar bears outnumber humans in this region, which is why you can't leave town without a rifle. What makes Longyearbyen utterly unique is experiencing 4 months of complete darkness during polar night and 4 months of midnight sun in summer. The global seed vault, humanity's backup plan for crops, is right here. The community is incredibly international, with people from over 50 countries calling this remote outpost home. I love the quirky local rules. It's illegal to die here. Seriously, bodies don't decompose in the permafrost, and everyone takes their shoes off when entering buildings. Don't miss dog sledding across the pristine Arctic landscape or taking a snowmobile to an ice cave. It's expensive to reach, but there's truly nowhere else like it on Earth. Stryn, a gem tucked between mountains, glaciers, and fjords in western Norway. This place is absolutely stunning in every direction. Lush green valleys in summer and epic ski slopes in winter. The turquoise-blue glacier water of Lake Stryn looks photoshopped in real life. What makes Stryn special is the rare opportunity for summer skiing on Stryn Summer Ski Center, located on the Tistigbreen Glacier. How cool is that? Swimming in the lake in the morning and skiing in the afternoon. The old Stryn Mountain Road is one of Norway's most scenic drives, with hairpin turns and views that will make your jaw drop. I love how accessible the nature is. Here, you can hike right from town to spectacular viewpoints. The locals are so passionate about outdoor activities and always ready with suggestions. Don't miss visiting the tongue of Briksdal Glacier, an arm of Europe's largest glacier, Jostedalsbreen. It's a relatively easy hike with an absolutely spectacular reward at the end. Henningsvær, the Venice of Lofoten, and possibly Norway's most photogenic fishing village. Spread across several small islands connected by bridges, this place is like something from a dream, with red and white fishing huts, rorbuer, on stilts over turquoise water. The backdrop of jagged mountain peaks makes every photo look professional. What makes Henningsvær special is how it maintains its authentic working fishing village vibe while also being home to cool art galleries, climbing centers, and hip cafes. The football field, perched on a rocky outcrop surrounded by ocean, is probably Norway's most scenic sports venue. I love wandering through the harbor watching fishermen bring in their catch, then eating the same fish hours later in a local restaurant. The converted fish oil factory now houses artists' studios and exhibitions. Don't miss climbing Festvogtind Mountain for the ultimate panoramic view of the village and surrounding islands. When the northern lights dance above these islands in winter, it's pure magic. Reine, quite possibly the most beautiful village in the world. This tiny fishing community in the Lofoten Islands looks like it was designed for postcards. The red fishermen's cabins, rorbuer, against the backdrop of sheer granite peaks rising directly from the sea, create a scene that's almost too perfect to be real. What makes Reine special is its location at the edge of civilization, surrounded by some of Norway's most dramatic landscapes. The view from Reinebringen Mountain is Norway's most photographed. A 1-2 hour steep hike rewards you with a panorama that will literally take your breath away. I love how peaceful it feels here, especially in the evening when day trippers leave. The midnight sun bathes everything in golden light during summer, while winter brings the dancing northern lights. The locals are hardy fishermen who have maintained traditions for generations. Don't miss staying in a renovated rorbu right over. The water, falling asleep to the sound of gentle waves beneath your floor, is unforgettable. Geiranger, the crown jewel of Norwegian fjords and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This tiny village sits at the end of Geiranger Fjord, which might just be the most beautiful fjord in Norway, and that's saying something. The Seven Sisters. Waterfall cascading down the steep mountainside creates a view that's on pretty much every Norway tourism brochure. What makes Geiranger special is the jaw-dropping scale of everything. The fjord walls rise 1,400 meters straight up from the emerald water. Taking the ferry through the fjord feels like sailing through a fantasy movie set. I love driving the Eagle Road with its 11 hairpin turns for unbelievable viewpoints. Dalsnibba viewpoint at 1,500 meters offers a bird's-eye perspective that will make your Instagram followers jealous. The locals somehow manage to live normal lives surrounded by this dramatic scenery. Don't miss hiking to Skageflow, an abandoned mountain farm perched on a cliff ledge. The combination of natural beauty and human history makes it extra special. Lysebotn, one of Norway's most dramatically situated villages at the very end of Lysefjord. This tiny settlement is surrounded by vertical mountain walls and is only accessible by a road with 27 hairpin turns that includes a tunnel that actually spirals inside the mountain. How cool is that? What makes Lysebotn special is its proximity to both Kirag Mountain with its famous boulder wedged between two cliff faces. Yes, people stand on it 1,000 meters above the fjord. And Pristine, Pulpit Rock, Norway's most famous viewpoint. The scenery here is so dramatic it almost doesn't look real. I love watching base jumpers leap from the cliffs. This is one of the world's best spots for it. In summer, the ferry ride through Lysefjord offers views you can't get any other way. The locals are few but hardy. Imagine living somewhere so remote that it's cut off by road in winter. Don't miss hiking up to see the old Lysebotn power station carved inside the mountain. It's like something from a Bond villain's lair. Henningsvær, mainland Europe's northernmost city and gateway to the North Cape. Despite being tiny with just 2,500 residents, it has city status and incredible Arctic charm. The colorful houses against the barren landscape create this surreal beauty that's hard to describe. What makes Henningsvær special is being the jumping-off point for North Cape, Nordkapp, where you can stand at the edge of a 307-meter cliff overlooking the meeting point of the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. During summer, the midnight sun never sets for over 2 months. It's the most bizarre feeling to be outside at 2 a.m. in bright daylight. I love the surprising cultural scene here, the world's northernmost church and some fantastic seafood restaurants. The locals are incredibly resilient, dealing with harsh Arctic winters yet maintaining such a warm community. Don't miss trying king crab. It's a local specialty and absolutely massive. The best part? The journey here through Finnmark's lunar-like landscape is almost as amazing as the destination itself. And there you have it, 20 incredible Norwegian destinations that showcase the stunning diversity of this Nordic wonderland. From Oslo's urban sophistication to remote Arctic outposts, from UNESCO-protected wooden towns to villages perched at the edge of majestic fjords, Norway offers experiences you simply can't find anywhere else on Earth. Whether you're seeking adventure, tranquility, culture, or natural wonders, Norway delivers in spectacular fashion. The only question is, which of these amazing places will you visit first? Pack your camera, your sense of adventure, and maybe an extra layer. Norway is waiting to take your breath away.